Hello, ho, ho there, boys and girls, and yes, that's the last time I'm doing that particular introduction this year. WhatCulture Wrestling's Adam Cleary here, and before we all depart back home from mince pies and our bottles of Peroni stood in a doorway, we have one last final piece of wrestling news before Christmas. Now, if you'd all be so kind to cast your mind back a few months, Randy Orton began trolling, in his words, everybody on Twitter. His WWE contract was coming to an end, and he began teasing a defection to AEW. We personally did about 200 news stories on the subject. There were podcast discussions, everything, loads of Reddit threads, because we thought, wouldn't this just be such a huge story? A WWE superstar built from the ground up, moving to their closest rivals. And you know what I'm talking about. He did that picture on Instagram where he was next to the word elite, and him and the Revival were like, looks like we could be getting out of here. It looked like he was gonna go, and then he signed a new contract in the end. Everyone was like, oh, all that, and you were just gonna sign a new contract. Well done, Randy, you've played us all. But according to speculation on today's Wrestling Observer Radio, that might not be the case. Yes, the story goes that Randy Orton was indeed coming to the end of his WWE contract and did indeed intend to move to AEW. He sat down with the company, had talks, was offered a contract, and when he found out it was considerably less than what Chris Jericho was on, decided he was worth considerably more and went back to WWE. Simply would not sign for terms less than what his old rival in his old company were getting, so he stayed where he was. Now, of course, this has been a funny year for wrestling speculation and for insider stories and whatnot, so take this with a pinch of whatever you want to take it with, but it does certainly fit all the details we had. There's no reason whatsoever, really, for him to be going on like he was going to that company if he had no intention of doing it. So to quickly do that 180 does kind of say there was something there in the first place. Whether or not he would have really gone, whether or not WWE would have let him go without giving him a massive contract to stay, we don't know, but this is how it worked out. Now, if you want my festive hot tip for this, well, hey, this is probably just an example of one man being a very shrewd negotiator. He knows what a scalp it would be for AEW to get a WWE star the size of Randy Orton, and he also knows how badly WWE would not want to let that happen. So you play both sides off against each other, you get yourself a bumper contract, and everybody's happy if their name is Randy Orton. But that's it, that's all we've got on this one, so let us know what you made of this story below, and of course don't forget to like, share and subscribe. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Genuinely, it's been a hell of a year this. I've of course been Adam Cleary, and you go now and you have yourselves a very, very Merry Christmas. And I'll see you soon. Bye.